distress that we go through in life, whether physical or emotional, it has to be addressed immediately and appropriately. And I think that that's what happens that we don't understand. And that's why we get this fragmented health. We don't realize that all of those pieces need to come together and stay in alignment so that we can really bring this satisfying wholeness to our lives daily. So it's what we do at Cornerstone Medical Group. Every single conversation, it really integrates all three of those components of our health. And you'll see, probably yourself too, Dr. LaKeisha, and I've seen other doctors mention this, that it's the exact same blood pressure medications that we've been giving you, but now suddenly it's not working. Well, that's not because it's the medication. It's because you are having a trauma right now with your cognitive health, like all of us are. It's being insulted. And that's why it's so important for us to really combine all three of these components of our health so that we could do well. So, after I'm looking at all of these aspects that has occurred in my life, and when I was really charged with the responsibility to go ahead and write a book, I was like, what am I going to write about? I don't know what to write about. I began to really start thinking about, what I've been hearing more so from patients, but also what I felt for myself. So even when writing this book, I thought about a younger Sabine dealing with the death of her grandmother and what she would have needed to hear at that moment. So that's how I wrote this book. And it brings together all those three components: the physical health, the spiritual health, and the cognitive health. And then we have the healthy whole prescription. That's it. It's the whole thing.
I love it. Oh my goodness, Dr. Sabine, we were talking before the tape or live stream today. And, I have shared with you about how this book has resonated with me. This message has resonated because it touched on so many of the same aspects of my own life. So being able to see that three-pronged stool that you talk about and pulling it together and helping people to understand that it's not just one aspect. So let's get into what are the three keys? I think you call them the three keys.
Yeah.
The 3 points of the triangle. Let's talk about the 3 points of the triangle.
I think that's great. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. So for me, those three, I want you to picture in your mind right now a triangle. Do you see it? Do you see that triangle? So each tip of those triangles has a section of our health, okay? So I'm gonna say this side is my physical health. And of course, I'm a pastor's kid, so I'm going to say this one right up on top is my spiritual health. And then this one at the bottom is my emotional health. But a lot of us don't like the word emotion. We don't like the word mental because it has that connotation to it. So in all honesty, I secretly called it cognitive, but it's really just emotional health that you and I all deal with. So all three of these things in perfect balance bring us our triangle. And when they're in perfect balance, then, we are balanced and we're right. And then finally, we can get in alignment. And it's when we are in alignment that now we can actually bring satisfying wholeness and well-being to our lives. And it really is the point where we optimize our body's ability to even heal itself and really get on target. So I want you to think about that triangle again. Now, like any triangle, if there is stress at one of those points, whether you want this to happen or not, it will produce a distress at any of those other 2 points. So if I'm pulling here on my physical health, my spiritual health is going to feel it, and my emotional health. And what we're seeing right now in the midst of COVID-19, we are feeling that pull right here. This emotional cognitive health side. And that pulling is distressing us physically. We have high blood pressure going on. We're yelling and snapping at kids. Everything is getting on our nerves. No one understands. Okay, not you, someone else, right? Someone else. Think about that person.
Somebody else.
Cognitive health is being pulled, and that's acting on our spiritual health. And you'll see even now that people are, I think the most common search now in Google is church, prayer. Why? Because our cognitive health, our emotional health is being pulled. We literally went to sleep and woke up to a different world. Not just you, not just me, everyone.
Everybody. Yes. Yes.
Up to a different world. And now that our cognitive health is being pulled, our physical health is screaming, our spiritual health is seeing, and it produces that distress.
Oh my
and it's
goodness.
not until we actively address continuously those 3 points of our health is where we can really say, I'm healthy.
Yes. Yes.
I'm doing well.